morning, boys and girls. I'm Diana, your Bricks Kids Story presenter, and I'm going to take you on today's Bible adventure. If you were to look at a map of North America before the Civil War, you would see a lot of states on the right side of the map and very little on the left. Although the United States owned much of the land from the Atlantic to the Pacific, not much land had been settled on beyond the Mississippi River in those days. Many men believed it was the duty of Americans to go into this uncharted territory and settle in it. Some people say the cry to "Go West, young man" began with newspaper writer John Babstone laying Sewall in Terre Haute, Indiana, as early as 1851, but it was Horace Greeley's call to "Go West, young man" in the New York Tribune on July the 13th, 1865, that had got the wagon trains moving. Many men and women began packing up everything they had, leaving the comforts of the East behind to seek a new life in the West. People went west for many reasons. Some people who had experienced hard times or misfortune were seeking a fresh start. Some who had experienced persecution were looking for freedom. Some people simply loved the idea of a challenge and were seeking new thrills and opportunities. Some had rumours of gold in them their hills and went west hoping to get rich. And some folks were just up to no good. All of them answered the call to go west in their own unique way. And it's because of their courage that the United States now stretches from sea to shining sea. Today, we are beginning a trail through the Old Testament, the first half of the Bible. This was an era much like that of the Old West, a time of lawlessness and danger. But as wild as things appeared to be, God was always in control. God had a plan to let the world know He is real and He loves us. And even in the wildest days of the Old Testament, God was in control. Today's journey begins with a man who received a call, much like the men and women who responded to Horace Greeley. His name is Abram. And though he wasn't quite a young man, God called him to go on a great adventure. In a moment, we will join him on this great adventure. See you right after this song.
Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus, just to take Him at His word, just to rest upon His promise. will be with me till the end. Jesus, Jesus, how I trust Him, how I prove Him more and more. Jesus, Jesus, precious Jesus, oh, for grace to trust Him more.
Hi, I'm Abram. You may know me as Abraham, which is the new name God gave me. Come, sit with me for a while, and let me tell you my story. I am what you would call a city slicker. I came from a wealthy family, born in Ur, and lived in a big city, in a place called Haran. I had a good life. And as your parents might say, I had a happy wife, happy life, and a successful business too. But God had bigger plans for me. God was going to build a nation of people from who would help bring about His plan to save the world. And He chose me to start that family. It all started when I got a call from God. And let's just say, it wasn't any Zoom or WhatsApp call. God said to me,
Abram, leave your country, your relatives, and your father's family. Go to the land I will show you. I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make you famous, and you will be a blessing to others. I will bless those who bless you. I will place a curse on those who harm you, and all the people on the earth will be blessed through you.
So, at the grand old age of 75, I took my beautiful wife Sarai, my nephew Lot, some of my servants, and left my creature comforts to live in the creature-filled emptiness that my descendants would one day call the Promised Land. So, we set off on our travels from Haran to the land of Canaan. We travelled through many places and went as far as the great tree of Moreh at Shechem. The Canaanites were living in the land at that time. But the Lord appeared to me again and said,
I will give this land to your descendants.
So I built an altar there to the Lord. Then I travelled from Shechem to the mountain east of Bethel, and we set up our tents there. Bethel was to the west, and Ai was to the east. There I built another altar to the Lord and worshipped Him. After this, we travelled on towards southern Canaan. God separated me from the world to become the father of a mighty nation. I was a man of great faith, and I did just as the Lord commanded. Although Abraham never lived to see it, God fulfilled His promises. Abraham's story teaches us that we can trust God to lead us. When God calls, we can have the confidence to follow Him. So trust Jesus. This has been me, Diana, your Bricks Kids Story presenter. Until next time.